The sun here is not merely a source of light, it is a hammer. It beats down on the scrublands of Pleistocene South America, turning the air into a shimmering, distorted curtain of heat. In this yellow, withered world, nothing moves quickly. Speed is expensive. Speed generates thermal energy. And for the creature standing motionless in the dust, heat is a more immediate enemy than any predator. Behold the Doedicurus. To call him an animal feels inaccurate. He is a biological citadel, standing at the shoulder height of a grown man and weighing as much as a modern sedan. He is a masterpiece of defensive engineering. He does not have skin, he has a roof. His back is a domed mosaic of thousands of bone scuters, fused together so tightly that they form a single, impenetrable shield. He looks like a boulder that has decided to stand up, breathe, and claim the earth. He is old. The scars on his shell are deep, wandering trenches etched white against the dark keratin. Souvenirs from predators that broke their fangs, trying to solve the puzzle of his anatomy. He lowers his head, a heavy armored shovel, and tears at the dry earth. He is not grazing on soft grass. He is eating thorns, roots, and dry tubers. The vegetation here is hard, cruel, and sharp, but his mouth is an industrial grinder. You can hear it, the wet, heavy crunch of wood splintering against flat, pestle-like teeth. It is the sound of a machine at work. But this armor comes with a terrible price. He is a walking furnace. The massive shell traps his body heat, cooking him from the inside out. He stops mid-chew. He stands perfectly still, panting, his heavy tongue lolling out, desperate to dump the excess fire from his blood. He is a prisoner of his own defense. At the rear of this fortress lies the weapon. His tail is not a limb for balance. It is a siege engine. It is a long, flexible tube of bone encased in armor, ending in a massive spiked club. It rests on the ground, heavy and dormant, like a cannon waiting for a spark. High above a shadow circles. It is the Terratornis, a vulture with a wingspan that could eclipse the sun. It looks down with cold, calculating black eyes. It knows the heat is dangerous. It sees the old tank faltering. It is waiting for the engine to overheat, for the citadel to fall silent and become a feast. Then, the chemistry of the air changes. It is subtle at first, a metallic, coppery tang on the back of the tongue. Ozone. Somewhere miles away in the dark mountain peaks, the sky has broken. The veteran stops his panting. He feels the pressure drop in his sinuses. Rain is coming. And in this parched landscape, rain does not mean relief. It means violence. He begins to move. It is a slow, lumbering gear shift. His claws digging into the dry soil to haul his massive bulk forward. He is not alone. From the surrounding brush, others of his kind emerge. They are younger, their shells cleaner, their patterns bright and distinct. They are drawn by the same magnetic pull. The ancient instinct to reach high ground before the lowlands drown. But to get there, they must cross the dry cut. The dry cut is a scar in the earth, a winding, treacherous riverbed that has not seen water in months. It is a highway of cracked mud and silence, walled in by steep, crumbling cliffs. It is the only path through the valley. The herd descends, their claws clicking rhythmically on the baked clay like a marching drum. The walls of the canyon rise up on either side, casting long, cool shadows. To the younger ones, it feels like a sanctuary from the sun. To the veteran, it feels like a trap. The acoustics here are dangerous. Every step echoes. Every breath is amplified. Up on the canyon rim, the silhouette appears. It does not roar. It does not announce itself with a display of power. The Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat. He is pure muscle wrapped in tawny fur, a predator designed by evolution to wrestle giants. Two dagger-like canines protrude from his mouth, terrifyingly long yet fragile. He looks down at the armored parade below. He is not looking for a chaotic chase. He is studying the veteran. The cat moves with a fluidity that defies his size. He flows over the rocks, silent as smoke, measuring the distance. He knows he cannot bite through the bone dome. He is looking for the seam, the soft underbelly, the throat. He is a surgeon looking for the place to make the incision. The veteran pauses, sensing eyes on his back. He swings his tail slightly, a warning gesture. The Smilodon freezes, blending perfectly into the sandstone. The game has begun. The tank is in the kill box, and the hunter is closing the door. The walls of the dry cut begin to squeeze inward. The broad highway of the riverbed chokes down into a bottleneck. A claustrophobic throat of red stone where the shadows are permanent and cold. The herd of Doedicurus bunches together, their shells clicking against one another like cobblestones shifting in an earthquake. They sense the danger of the narrows. But the instinct to move forward is a blinding chemical command in their brains. Then, the shadows detach themselves from the rock. They are the dire wolves. They are not the sleek, noble hunters of modern storybooks. They are heavy-set, broad-chested brawlers built for crushing bone rather than chasing speed. They spill out from the crevices a grey, mangy tide of fur and teeth. They do not bark. They communicate in low, guttural chuffs that vibrate in the chest. They are starving. The drought has taken everything from them, and desperation makes them reckless. They swarm the veteran. To them, he looks like a slow, overturning feast. They circle, snapping at his armored flanks, testing the integrity of the dome. One wolf larger than the rest, driven by the madness of an empty stomach, makes a fatal calculation. It lunges. Its jaws clamp onto the veteran's front leg, the only exposed flesh. The pain is sharp, but the reaction is mechanical. The veteran does not panic. He does not try to run. He anchors himself. He digs his massive claws into the clay, locking his body into the earth to create a fulcrum. The tail activates. It happens faster than a creature of this size should be able to move. The muscles at the base of the tail fire like pistons. The club, 70 pounds of solid bone studded with spikes, swings in a wide horizontal arc. The air actually hisses as the weapon displaces it. It is not a fight. It is a physics equation. The wolf is mid-air, jaws open for a second bite when the club connects. There is a sound that sickens the stomach. A wet, dull thud, followed instantly by the sharp crack of shattering ribs. The wolf does not fall. It is launched. It is thrown 5 meters through the air, ragdolling like a discarded toy, before slamming into the canyon wall. It slides down, broken and silent. The rest of the pack freezes. The violence was too absolute, too efficient. They look at the broken body of their pack-mate. Then at the living tank that is already resetting its weapon for a second swing. The equation is unsolved. They scatter, dissolving back into the rocks. High above on the rim, the Smilodon has not moved. His golden eyes narrow. He has just witnessed the kill zone. He files the information away. The rear is death. The tail is a sledgehammer. Do not engage the weapon. The silence returns to the canyon. But it feels heavy now, pregnant with a threat far greater than wolves. The veteran shakes his leg, blood trickling from the bite mark, but the wound is superficial. He snorts a blast of dusty air and urges the herd to move. But the air has changed again. The pressure is dropping so rapidly that his ears pop. A sound begins. It is not the wind. It is a deep, subsonic rumble that vibrates up through the soles of his feet. It feels as if a train is approaching from under the ground. The Teratornis launches itself from the cliff, screeching a harsh warning as it beats its massive wings to gain altitude. It knows what that sound is. The birds know first. Then the smell hits them. It is the scent of wet mud, crushed vegetation, and raw power. The Titan has arrived. Around the bend of the canyon, a mile upriver, the flash flood appears. It is not a wave, it is a wall. A brown, churning face of water, 10 feet high, carrying uprooted trees, boulders, and the carcasses of animals caught upstream. It moves with the terrifying speed of a landslide. The drought is over, but the water is not bringing life. It is bringing a crushing weight. Panic detonates in the herd. The younger Doedicurus, lighter and more agile, scramble toward the steep banks. They dig their claws into the mud, hauling themselves up the slope, slipping and sliding in a desperate bid for elevation. The veteran tries to follow. He drives his claws into the incline, pushing with his massive hind legs. But gravity is a cruel master. His armor, the very thing that makes him a king on the flatlands, is now an anchor. He weighs 2 tons. The mud bank crumbles under his bulk. He slides back down his shell, scraping against the rocks, landing back in the center of the dry riverbed. He is alone. The herd is scrambling above him. The wall of water is roaring closer, the sound now deafening, filling the entire acoustic space of the canyon. And in that moment of isolation, the Smilodon makes his move. He drops from the canyon rim, landing softly on a ledge just 10 feet above the riverbed. He sees the tank trapped in the gravity well. He sees the distraction. The Smilodon does not fear the water as much as he craves the kill. He knows the veteran is occupied. The trap has closed, and the executioner has stepped onto the scaffold. The first wave strikes the veteran, not as water, but as a physical blow. It is a slurry of mud rocks and dead wood, slamming into his side with the force of a battering ram. He groans a low, rumbling sound, lost in the roar of the deluge. The water rises instantly to his belly, cold and thick, stealing his traction. The world dissolves into a brown, churning chaos. And in this blinding spray, the Smilodon strikes. He does not roar. He launches himself from the ledge. A golden missile aimed at the only vulnerability the tank possesses. He lands squarely on the veteran's back, his claws sharp as grappling hooks, screeching against the bone shell as he seeks purchase. The veteran bucks, but the mud holds him fast. The Smilodon scrambles forward, climbing the living mountain, aiming for the head. He knows the neck is there. He knows the arteries pulse just beneath the thick skin. The water is now a torrent, surging past them at 40 miles per hour. The veteran is fighting a war on two fronts. The Titan trying to drown him, and the Nemesis trying to bleed him. The Smilodon reaches the shoulder, his jaws opening wide, the saber teeth glinting wet and lethal. He lunges for the throat, but the veteran plays his final card. He does not strike back, he retracts. With a hiss of escaping air, he pulls his head tight against the rim of his shell, tucking his limbs underneath him. He transforms from a quadruped into a sealed vault. The Smilodon's teeth strike bone. The impact jars the cat's skull. There is no flesh to tear, only the impenetrable dome of the citadel. The cat claws frantically at the shell, trying to find a grip, but the water provides none. Then, the river takes control. A massive surge carrying the trunk of a fallen tree slams into the pair. The impact is catastrophic. The Smilodon, light and reliant on agility, is torn from the shell. He screams a sound, quickly swallowed by the brown water as the current catches him. He flails claws, grasping at the air before he is swept downstream, tumbling over and over in the violent wash. The veteran is rolled too, but he is a boulder. He tumbles once, twice, sinking to the bottom. He holds his breath. His armor, designed to stop teeth, now acts as a diving bell. He is heavy enough to sink below the turbulence, anchoring himself in the silt while the fury of the storm rages above him. The violence ends as quickly as it began. The sun rises on a transformed world. The dry cut is no longer dry. It is a slick, glistening wound of mud and debris. The roaring wall of water has thinned into a steady, placid stream, carving a new path through the canyon floor. The air is cool, washed clean of the dust and the heat. On a sandbank near the canyon exit, a mound of grey sludge sits motionless. It looks like a debris pile left by the flood. Then, the mound cracks. A heavy breath, wet and rattling, breaks the silence. The mud slides away as the veteran rises. He is a monster, emerging from the primordial clay. He shakes himself. A massive, shuddering convulsion that sends clots of mud flying. His shell is scratched, dull, and caked in filth, but it is whole. The citadel stands. A few yards away, the Terratornus has landed. It is not looking at him. It is tearing at a carcass tangled in the driftwood. The drowned remains of the dire wolf from the day before. The Smilodon is gone, swept miles downriver, a victim of the very force he tried to use as a trap. The veteran does not look back. He does not celebrate. He simply exhales, checking the air for the scent of the herd. He catches it on the breeze. They are up ahead, on the high ground, safe. He begins to walk, one heavy step after another. Click, click, click. The sound of his claws on the rocks returns, a steady, rhythmic metronome. He is slow, he is old, he is scarred. But as he climbs the bank toward the green promise of the highlands, the truth is undeniable. The flesh may be weak, but the tank is eternal.